Well, if you can't tell by the title of this video, we are going to be talking about Houston, Texas, my experience with the city and my pros and cons, and if it's a place you should visit or live. So, yeah, before we get into it, let's grab something to drink and let's talk about it. Today's beverage, Coke Zero. Again, not sponsored, but if Coca-Cola want to send me a pack of this, I'll take it. Amazing. All right, so obviously if you clicked on this video, you have some interest in Houston, Texas. You know, right now, Houston is on a wave right now, like all over social media, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. People are always saying how lit Houston is, how they want to go to Houston. Even when I tell people that I lived in Houston for 5 to 6 years, people get super wide-eyed and just want to know my experience and what that was like. So I decided, hey, why not have a video to reference those people to, and also to make a video for you guys who are deciding whether you want to visit Houston, live in Houston, whatever the case is. So without further ado, let's get into it. I guess I should kind of start by giving you guys kind of like a backstory of my Houston origins, I should say. So I moved out to Houston, I want to say right around 2015, 2016. I went out there for a career opportunity that planned out very well for me. Don't get me wrong, I love my time out there, but I decided to come back to Florida to pursue other endeavors and kind of make a career pivot. So, but my time out in Houston was fantastic, and I just want to make this, like I said, I want to make this video to kind of talk about that and kind of give you guys my insight of what I think of the city, and yeah, whether I think you should visit Houston, live out there, whatever the case is. So, but yeah, that's my origin story. I had a job opportunity out there, did my thing out in Houston, but I came back to Florida because, you know, number one, I missed it, and number two, I just wanted to pursue other opportunities. So that's pretty much where my Houston roots come from. So starting off with the positives about Houston, let's get into that. So the number one thing I would say that I miss about Houston, that I love about Houston, is the people. Yes, the people. So when I say Houston is a big metropolitan melting pot, I am so serious. You have people from all walks of life, all nationalities, all cultures, everybody there for different reasons, whether it's for professional pursuits, educational pursuits, starting over. Everybody has some sort of purpose there in Houston. And I will say, you will quickly find your friend group and your social circle pretty quickly if you are intentional about it. So when I moved to Houston, I would say within like a week or two, I already had like a crew that I was running with. And if you guys follow me on Instagram at Some Call Me Des, you see I tag a lot of these guys in my story post a lot because, you know, I made memories with these guys. These are guys that I travel with even today. So yeah, man, Houston was a great place for me from a social standpoint because I quickly met people who had similar interests, was on a similar trajectory as me. So again, if you are going out there and you're on your purpose, you're gonna find like-minded people pretty easily. And again, Houston is very diverse. It's not a monolithic place. So, you know, you're gonna find people with all sorts of different interests, and it can definitely open your mind up to different things. So I would say the number one pro I have is the people that you meet. That can also be a con for some people, but in my experience, that was a pro. So number one, the people. So number two, I guess you can kind of put this in the people category, but for my fellas out there, now ladies, I can't speak for y'all, I don't know, but for my hetero fellas out there, there's a lot of baddies in Houston. If you are a single guy on your purpose, you got your thing together, you're working towards something, you are not going to have any issue whatsoever in the dating market in Houston. Now, from my experience, there's a lot of beautiful women that are doing their thing, whether it's their business. You know, let me say this. The thing about women in Houston, they're on their grind, whether it's their education grind, because there's a lot of colleges out there, whether it's they're running their own business, bossing up, they're doing their thing out there. So I will say, if you're looking for a woman that is more on the professional side, but still can turn up with you, Houston got that. Like I said, for my fellas out there, as you know, Houston is always constantly ranked as a city that has beautiful women, and I can co-sign that. Now, my homeboy, he feels like Houston is like the cream of the crop. Like when he goes to Houston, he loses his mind just walking through the Galleria or whatever. But you know, me, I'm more of a Miami guy personally, but don't get me wrong, Houston has some beautiful, beautiful women. So my fellas out there, if you're single, you're ready to meet your potential wife, your potential partner, Houston is a great place for you to be. All right. Number three, the food. Oh my God, I still have dreams about some of the restaurants that I ate out of Houston. Now, granted, there's been way more spots that opened since I left, but man, I can kind of just off the top of my head just name some places that I used to frequent when I was in Houston. Number one, the Breakfast Club. Oh, the best chicken and waffles you'll ever have. Lotus Seafood. I miss the crack sauce and the remixed wings and the fried lobster tail. So good. Turkey Leg Hut. Rest in peace. I know they're going through the whole federal issue and they're closed down, but when the Turkey Leg Hut was open and popping, minus how long that line was, the food was phenomenal. I mean, you got Culture. You had Lost and Found. You had, oh man, you had Brenner's on the Bayou, Foundation Room. You had, I mean, there's so many good food spots out there. Killen's Barbecue, like you will not go hungry in Houston. You will gain weight in Houston. You have no choice. I mean, they eat down there, like for real. So, and the thing about Houston, again, about it being a melting pot, is that you're going to have so many different types of cuisines to explore. You're never going to run short of food. And my friends can concur with this. I would say Houston is definitely top 3 from the cities that I visited. Houston is top 3 when it comes to food choices. Like I put it right up there with New York and Chicago. Like Houston, when it comes to food, 10 out of 10. I ain't even going to front with you. So if you're a foodie, you're going to be in heaven in Houston. That's for sure. Number 4, I kind of touched on this earlier with the people, but the education opportunities. You know, Houston has a lot of colleges. So if you're going out there to pursue an education, whether it's your undergrad or even like your graduate higher education or whatnot, you have a lot of solid options. I mean, obviously you have University of Houston, Rice University. You also have on the community college or like the state college level, you have HCC, but you also have one of the most dopest HBCUs out there, TSU. 2 of my Houston homeboys actually graduated from TSU, and they always invite me to go out to the homecoming, and the footage they showed me, it looks like it's pretty live, so we might have to make that happen. But yeah, man, Houston is a great place if you're looking to pursue your education. There's a lot of opportunity in that sector. So if you're into higher education and you're, maybe a high school student graduating going into college, or even a non-traditional student, pursuing it later in life, Houston has you covered when it comes to opportunity options and opportunities. So yeah. Number 5, job opportunities. So Houston is a very hot job market. I feel like in Houston, if your credentials are on point, you can pretty much find a job or a networking opportunity that will suit your skill set. So a lot of people, some of the booming industries out in Houston is obviously oil and gas, medical, but also it has a rising PR sector. It has a rising entertainment sector. Even with content creation, that's a big sector that's rising in Houston as well. So again, if you're a young professional looking to move up, I think Houston is one of those up and coming areas when it comes to the job market being hot. So yeah, if you're looking for a city to move to that has pretty good job prospects, then Houston is it. Number 6, I'm probably gonna lose track of my numbers eventually. That's just me. But number 6, I would say the cost of living in comparison to other major metro areas. So one of the biggest complaints or sticking points that I hear people talk about all the time in other cities such as Miami, New York, LA, even some of the southern cities like Atlanta, North Carolina, wherever else, is the cost of living. Now, compared to these cities, Miami and whatnot, Houston is very affordable. So again, when it comes to the affordability of it, for people that are starting over or people looking to like plant their roots and not go broke while doing it, Houston is a great place for you to start. I mean, I don't know how much rents are now, but I remember even to this day coming back to Florida in comparison to what I was paying in Houston. It's pretty big difference, man. I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. Florida, you're gonna pay for that coastal aesthetic, I guess, but Houston is very affordable, and I say that in comparison to other metropolitan cities. I'm not sure what the average rent out there is now, but compared to other cities that you may be considering that are major cities, Houston is definitely one that is not going to kill your pockets while living there. So yeah. All right, number 7, I probably should have put this further up on the list. There's always something to do in Houston, always. You're never going to miss a concert. You're never gonna miss out on brunches, day parties. The nightlife is popping, after hour spots. Even if you're not a party person or a really big social person like that, there are always going to be events going on that suit your personal interests, whether it's arts, whether it's poetry, whether it's live music and jazz, whether it's anime and video games, there's all sorts of stuff. Over my other channel, Olympus Gaming TV, some of my older videos, I kind of vlogged some of those events that I went to in Houston, whether it was the Sailor Moon pop-up or Anime Matsumori, and even now, DreamCon, which is the big anime convention, is held in Houston. So Houston hosts a lot of dope events. So no matter what you're into, Houston is going to have you covered as far as things to do. You're not going to be bored in the city, that's for sure. So if you work a long week, you can guarantee that you can easily fill out your weekend agenda with a lot of diverse options to do. So anybody who says Houston is boring or Houston doesn't have anything to do, like, I don't agree. Houston is definitely a very lively city with a lot to do. All right, the next thing, I told you I was going to lose count of the numbers, but the next thing on my list as a pro is if you're into sports. Now, personally, I'm not a sports guy. I'm not. But if you're into sports, Houston has you covered. It has all three of the major sport organizations represented. You know, with the NBA, you have the Rockets. NFL, you have the Texans. The MLB, you have the Astros. All prestigious teams. You know, Texas loves sports. They love their sport teams. They love their sporting events. So if you are a sports head, you are easily going to find your social group in Houston. Trust and believe, sports is almost like a religion in Texas. So if you like sports, Houston might be your city for you, man. The next thing on our list is shopping. You know, Houston is home to one of the largest malls, I believe, in the United States. I'm not sure in comparison to other things, but you have the Houston Galleria, you know, which is a huge shopping, you know, tour. I would say it's even a tourist attraction at this point. You have the Galleria, you have Memorial, you have the Woodlands, you have so many different shopping options. So if you do like to still shop at brick and mortars and go to malls and things like that, you do have the option there. And not just like malls, like you have like different pop-up shops, independent shops, things of that nature. So if you're really into like just finding unique things to purchase, you know, Houston, they got you covered with that too. So the shopping is dope. All right, y'all. So I gave y'all a lot of positives, you know, just to kind of recap. The people of Houston are dope. If you're a single guy, the dating life is going to be on point. Educational opportunities are there. Career opportunities are there. Cost of living is low enough to where it's obtainable for most people. Sporting events, nightlife, everything is there for you, right? So those are all the positives. I just kind of want to recap. And down in the comment section down below, I want y'all to kind of tell me your positives in terms of what you love about Houston. Oh, one more bonus one. So the bonus one I have for the pros, and this is a pro for me. If you are an artist or a creative of any sort, I feel like Houston more than ever now is very hungry for content creators and artists. So Houston has a very dope creative scene. I mean, you have artists, poets, rappers, singers, content creators, makeup artists, freelancers. Anything that you do creatively, I think Houston can kind of foster that and hone that and put you in the back. I mean, I remember walking around my camera back in the day in Houston and just people just running up to me asking me like, yo, what are you filming? What are you doing? Yo, bro, let's connect. Let's do this. You know, and people are eager to connect and network in Houston when it comes to content creation or anything on the creative side. So that's another plus for you creatives out there. All right. All right. So now that we got the positives out the way, you know, hopefully you guys got a lot from that. Let's kind of get into the negatives. Now, granted, I want to make this very clear and kind of make this a disclaimer. Just because something is a negative for me, it may be a positive for you, you know, so don't take my cons as something that, you know, don't take it as the gospel, you know, definitely go out and see if this is a con for you, all right? So let's get into it. Number one, and I know people are going to call me a hypocrite for this because I live in Florida, but number one is the weather. Houston, heat is almost unbearable. So when I see footage of people going out to like day parties in the summer and outside enjoying meals in the summer. And I'm like, how are they not passing out from heat exhaustion? Because Houston is hot during the summer, but not just hot, not just the heat, but also it has very brutal rains. It has hurricanes. It has some, Houston can get some brutal weather, yo. Like, Houston weather is no joke. Now, don't get me wrong. When Houston weather is beautiful, it is beautiful. It's great. But most times out the year, it's hot. So if you don't enjoy the heat, Houston may not be for you. I'm saying, like, you may want to look somewhere else, because Houston heats is brutal. It's tough. But again, that may not be a con for you. It's definitely a con for me, because I don't like hot weather. So if you invite me to a day party in the middle of summer in Houston, you can. I ain't showing up. Nah, I'm alright. My number 2 con is that I guess I could put 2 and 3 together. So the second con I have is the traffic and how spread out Houston is. So, you know, it's kind of funny moving back to Florida, and people complain about, you know, something being a 20-minute drive. They obviously never driven in Houston, because everything is at least 30 to 45 minutes away without traffic. With traffic, you can forget about it. It's going to take you an hour to go up the block. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I'm not. Houston is very spread out. Like, if you do not have a car in Houston, you are in trouble. Now, granted, Ubers are not that bad in Houston. It's plentiful. Everybody has a side hustle out there, but you are going to be sitting in your car a lot in Houston. Whether it's the commute to work, the commute to wherever you're going, you are going to be sitting in your car. And please don't let it be an accident, because, you know, Houston drivers are some of the worst in the United States. I don't care what you say. Y'all are terrible. But between the traffic, just sheer population, the traffic, and how spread out everything is, if you do not enjoy driving, you're not going to like commuting around Houston. Trust and believe. I think when I was there, I took Uber most of the time because I just hated to drive. So, but yeah, if you don't like driving and sitting in your car a lot, Houston may not be the move for you, fam. Number 3. Now, I know I said some of the positive are the people and some of the things you can get into, but again, Houston can be isolating if you allow it to be. Again, Houston is super spread out. So if you don't really make an effort to go out to places and kind of get out of your comfort zone as far as like area is concerned, you're going to miss out on a lot of dope opportunities as far as networking, meeting new people, events, and things like that. So Houston is one of those cities where you kind of have to force yourself to leave your neighborhood, because again, it's super spread out. So again, Houston can be isolating for some people. All right. The next thing I have on my list, and granted, again, this may not be a negative for you. And again, this is not a political channel. You know, we don't really talk politics on this channel. No, this is not the channel for that. But Houston is still Texas, and Texas is very conservative. So if you're coming from more of a liberal place like New York or California, you may get mixed reactions when you start to discuss your political views. Now, granted, again, you're going to find your group of people, you're going to find your social circle, and that's completely fine. But just keep in mind that Texas is very red, and Houston is no exception to that. So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's all I really have for this video. I mean, I really want to kind of come on camera and just make like a quick video about my experience and my pros and cons when it comes to Houston, Texas. Let me know down in the comment section if you have any plans of visiting Houston, if you want to move to Houston. If you look in the description down below, my email address is there, my Instagram is there. So if you guys have any questions that I didn't really address in this video, because this video is not supposed to be like super in depth about my experience, so I am an open book. So feel free to DM me, shoot me an email, let me know whatever questions you have, and I'll do my best to answer it for you. And if I don't have the answer, I will find the answer. All right. With that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me. Salute to y'all. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see y'all next video. Peace.